Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we get into this Q&A, I'm going to answer this question on how I got my curls because I already know the questions are going to come. This is the same Klaiyi hair that I showed in my last tutorial. I just did some wand curls in it, some big, some small, some tight, some loose, and I let the curls sit for like about an hour, hour and a half. And now I'm going to take the curls and I'm going to pull and stretch them apart. So you want to pull it down and then stretch it apart to kind of just widen up and loosen up the curl. So now we finna jump into this Q&A. Like I said before, you guys are gonna watch me do my makeup while I answer some questions. Just a disclaimer, I have a very sarcastic voice, so if I'm answering a question and it's not like I'm getting smart, I'm probably not. That's just the tone of my voice. That's just how I talk, you know. I'm from Brooklyn, I got a smart mouth, but I'm not trying to be smart. It's just how I talk, okay? So let's get started into the questions. Picking random questions and answering them. So the first question I see is what are your favorite brushes? I get asked this question a lot, and a few of y'all asked me this question, and I just feel like on my YouTube videos I show literally the same brushes every time. So those are my favorite brushes. So the brushes that you always see me using, the Row Techniques Instapop, the Morphe 501, the Morphe 500, the Morphe 433, the Morphe 441, the Sigma E40, and so on. The brushes that I use every single time in every single tutorial. Those are my favorite brushes, guys. Somebody asks, who are your favorite MUAs? What made you get into makeup? And what are your goals? So she asked 3 questions. My favorite MUAs, Mally Magic. I love Mally Magic. I can't think of anybody else off the top. Like she's my fave. Like she's my makeup mom. I love Nikki tutorials. Like from the start when she first started doing videos, like young and everything. I just always was really into her. You know, usually like you know, women of color, we like to watch other women of color, but I just was always stuck on how Nikki did her makeup, and she taught me so much. Also said, what are your goals career wise? So my goals career wise, I honestly have so many talents and so many things that I want to do. Of course, I love makeup and I love beauty, but the goal was never to just be a makeup artist. I've always wanted to have my own brand, be my own brand. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of goals. I'll always be into beauty and makeup, but I think that there's a lot of other things that I'll be blessed to be able to tap into further down the line. But definitely, like, I'm into being a business owner and having several businesses. Do you go to trade beauty shows? If so, which is best? So I don't go to any like trade shows. The only one I've been to is the makeup show. So I can't say which is the best. I heard IMAX is the best, but yeah, I don't really go to them like that. How do I know a foundation is my perfect shade? You'll know a foundation is your perfect shade if it's good to do like a stripe test. So down the side of your cheek, and then you'll see, let it sit for like, you know, a few seconds, 60 seconds or whatever, and you'll see if it oxidizes on your skin. You'll see if the color, the undertone matches and everything else. But you'll know if the foundation is your shade if it blends nicely into your skin. Somebody said, how long did it take for people to really support what you do and help other people support? I don't get the second part of the question, but how long did it take for people to really support what you do? I'm not sure what people you're asking about, but if you mean like my friends and my family, they've always been very supportive, especially my mom. She's always been very supportive of me. When I quit my job at Sephora, some of my friends was a little shady, but honey, look at me now. Somebody asked, can you please do a graduation makeup look with James Charles palette for class of 2019? I can do a graduation makeup look, but I will not be using the James Charles palette, sis. I do not like that palette. So if y'all want a graduation makeup tutorial, just comment down below. What concealers do you recommend? I love the MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer that I'm always showing. Also their 24-hour wear concealer, bomb. Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer that comes in the tube, bomb. The Tarte Shape Tape is okay. I personally don't like concealers that are like really, really matte, but that concealer is cute. Yeah, those are my favorite concealers. MAC and Estee Lauder, bomb. How did you build clientele when you first started doing makeup? Alright, so this is a little bit iffy for me because I first picked up a makeup brush to do other people's makeup when I was 20. And you know, it wasn't really a clientele though. It was like my friends, like, you know, they just come in to be supportive, you know what I'm saying? So it just started off with me doing my friends, and then, wait, I'm lying, I was 19. So when I was 19 is when I started, and then that went on for a year, but it was like real slow, like nothing crazy. I still had my day job and I wasn't being booked out. It was once in a while, you know, I would come home from work and do a face or two, or do a face or two before work. It was nothing deep. And then, you know, as time went on, people started like catching word. So people would come for like their graduation or like their prom. Like one year I think I had 1 or 2 prom clients. So it was really slow for me in the beginning. This was before like social media was like really popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my clientele was really slow, and it wasn't even something that I was taking serious. So I would say I started to really build my clientele in 2016. Yeah, that's when I really started building my clientele. I was still at Sephora, and I was just really motivated in just building my clientele because I knew I wanted to leave. And I did that just by posting actively on social media. I just want to take a break to say that I really didn't like that pink glitter vibe that was going on, so I changed my eye because I wanted to do something matte and different. So you're going to see me do this eye, and then I'm going to wipe off the other eye and start all over again because I just wasn't feeling like the glitter, the pink. I love it on like my clients and stuff, but on me, like I just don't think it suits me. So maybe in another tutorial I'll try to do it for y'all, but yeah, I had to switch over. How old are you? A few of y'all asked me this. I'm 26. I turned 27 on November 14th. Somebody said, hey sis, what keeps you motivated? Love what you do, by the way. Thank you, sis. What keeps me motivated is the future. Like, I just know my future is bright, and I want so much for me. And if I'm eating, my mama eating, my grandmother eating, the people around me are eating. So that's what keeps me motivated, just knowing like how much I can touch. Do you feel safe when you have appointments with clients? Yeah, I feel safe, sis. God got me covered. But yeah, I feel safe. Like, I've never felt unsafe or any kind of way. My mother started working from home in when was that? When I turned 25, she started working from home. So then it went from me just always being in the house by myself doing makeup, which I had a no plus one rule because of that. I was like home by myself. And then she worked from home. She works from home now, so she's always home with me. Like, sometimes she won't be here, but most times there's somebody in the house with me. So I always feel safe because we ready to pop at any moment. Don't play. Commonly use MAC and NARS shades for your kid. I'll post that on Instagram because, sis, that's a lot. But just off the hand for NARS, you definitely need Tahoe. You need Macau. Somebody said, what is your favorite brand to buy makeup from? I don't have a favorite brand. It's too hard to pick a favorite brand. Advice or pointers for upcoming influencers wanting to get noticed for business and PR? That's a really good question. I feel like that's a whole nother video. Consistency is literally everything, and everybody says that because that's the answer. Consistency, quality content. It's also important to know your audience and know what your audience wants to see. So your audience can be following you because they like that you post food content and recipes, and then all of a sudden you start posting like a vacation content, like you're always like on a beach or something. Like they're not gonna want to see that because they're following you because they want to see you post about food. And keep it interesting. Also, you have to be giving your audience something, you know, like you can't just be posting selfies looking pretty. Like that has worked for some girls, but you just want to give something. Like you have to encourage somebody. If you're giving motivation, if you're giving inspiration, education, like you have to be like, you know, actually giving something to somebody to make them want to engage and follow you. So yeah, I think I'll do like a separate video on that, especially talking about like PR and how to make money on social media. If you want to know, if you want a video on how to make money off of social media, leave a pink heart in the comment description. So somebody asked, if you could do one celebrity's makeup, who would it be? That's a hard question. I think if I had to pick one, I would probably pick Brandy because I freaking love Brandy. Like I love a lot of people, but I love Brandy because like her face structure, like her eyes, her cheekbones, like she just has that face for makeup. Like I would love to do Brandy's makeup. And also Toni Braxton. I want to be Toni Braxton's face. I freaking love Toni Braxton. Y'all know I love Beyonce. If y'all been following me like from the beginning, y'all know I love Beyonce, but I would be too nervous to touch Beyonce's face. I never want to touch her. How do I do my own chunky glitter mix? What's the fine to chunky ratio? Sis, there is no ratio. I don't have the ratio. If there is a ratio, I don't have it. Somebody said, I would love to meet you. You're one of my inspirations. Thank you, babe. Can you have a meet and greet soon? I'll try to have a meet and greet. I don't know about soon because like I'm so busy, but I'll try to do something. I'm actually like really shy and social, like surroundings. Like I'm not awkward, but I don't like to be around a lot of people. What's your best advice to an aspiring MUA? My best advice is make sure you're doing it because you really love it, not because you see it working for somebody else. My best advice is to stay strong, stay consistent, be your hardest critique. A good artist is always critiquing herself or himself, and that's because they, you know, as an artist you want to always improve and be better. So be hard on yourself, because if you're not hard on yourself, then you won't grow. How long have you been doing makeup? How long did it take you to get where you are? So I started doing makeup for Play around 19. I stopped doing makeup around 2021 and just focused on work. And then at 23, at 23, I would say consistently, I picked the brush back up at 23 and decided this was something I was going to take serious. So I'm 26 now, so it's consistently been 3 years, but I first started playing in makeup when I was 19. How long did it take you to perfect your cut crease? I don't know, I'm still perfecting my cut crease, so it's not perfect yet. But I mean, I've always done cut creases, so a few years now. I guess 3 years ago is when I started with the cut crease thing. What was the hardest part about starting to do makeup on yourself and other people? The hardest part, I'm assuming you're talking about like what was hardest for me, like brows or eyeliner or something like that. Eyeshadow was a struggle. Eyeshadow and eyeliner was always a struggle for me. Somebody said, do you do anything else besides makeup? Yes, I go to school, I'm in college, and I do YouTube, and I have my own business. How do you begin building clientele? Tips for building clientele. Tips for building clientele is just being consistent, because honestly, that word of mouth do business. So you do somebody makeup and they like it, they tell their aunt, their cousin, their mama, their niece, their nephew, he tell his girlfriend, she tell her sister. So that word of mouth is serious. Making sure you put your best foot forward, because you're sending that client out there a walking billboard of your work. So if they're on the train, they, you know, going to Walgreens, they're going to an event, they're going to dinner, they're going to a party, people are going to be constantly asking them if their face is beat, you know, pretty. They're going to say, oh my God, who did your makeup? So that's my advice. What camera do you use? So there's Sony A5100, and what programs I use, iMovie. Somebody said, did you go to school for makeup? and what are your thoughts on it? I did not go to school for makeup. Before I decided to go back to college, I did look at cosmetology school, and for the price, for me personally, it wasn't worth it. I would rather get a college degree. How do you put glitter on your lower lash line? I could have sworn I showed that in one or two of my videos. Lash glue, and then, you know, apply the glitter directly to where you put the lash glue on your lower lash line. How do you record your makeup client videos for Instagram? What do you mean? I use my camera. I don't use my phone. I use my camera for those. I sit them in the same chair that you see me in my videos, and that's it. I edit it down on my computer to 60 seconds. I bring it over to my phone. I use InShot to resize it, and that's it. Somebody says, have you ever turned away a customer because of their attitude? Yes, I have. I'm gonna do a story time on that. What's your favorite foundation? For me, my favorite foundation is the MAC Nourishing Pro Longwear Foundation. For my clients, my favorite foundation is NARS. What's a good makeup train case? Sis, I use a carry-on suitcase bag. You better get you one. What's one product that you can't live without, and one product that you hate? One product that I can't live without. That's hard. What? I gotta sit on that. One product that I can't even answer that. You gonna laugh at me. I cannot live without my Blistex. I can't live without Blistex. I literally am that one person that will finish one whole Blistex container. Like, nobody ever finishes their container before having to buy another one. No, I finish my container, and before I finish it, I've already purchased my next one. Like, I love Blistex. I hate dry lips. What's the best way to start out as an MUA in your own home or cosmetic store or the mall? So honestly, that's really up to you. I started off, working in a store. I don't think there's a best way. I think it's all up to you. What's best? It's really what's best for you. Will you ever do a how to contour on client video? I've done that already. That's on my channel. What are your favorite nude glosses for brown girls? I think I'm gonna do a video on that. But off the top of my head, MAC, Spite, Lust, and Myth. Those are my favorite nude glosses from MAC. Can you start doing vlogs? Yeah, I think I am gonna start doing vlogs. Me and my mom are in the process of looking for a house, and I was thinking about vlogging that, so I'll think about that. So somebody asked, it's really not a question. She said, please, I would like to know more about applying milk of magnesia. Some people say it's not safe. Okay, so here's the thing with milk of magnesia. They aren't applying it to their face every day. They're coming to you for you to do it, and they probably aren't going to do it again until you do their makeup again. So if you're not using it every day on your skin, it's not harmful. That's for a once in a while thing. Most people are getting their makeup done for an occasion, a reason. They're not coming to you every day. So it's not harmful in that way. What drugstore foundation do you use when you freelance? Does it need to be full coverage? The coverage is up to you as an artist, what you like to work with. I don't use drugstore foundations anymore. Once upon a time, I did use the Black Opal True Color foundation. What lighting do you use in order to show off the glitter looks that you do? I've said this in several videos. I use just regular lighting. Like, I leave the makeup room that has the box lighting and the ring light, and I just use regular like ceiling lighting. So low lighting is fine, natural lighting is fine, but I'll do a separate video on that because I get a lot of questions. Alright, so somebody asked, when will your lip gloss drop? I'm actually working on lipsticks, and then lip gloss will come next, but the lipsticks slated to drop. I'm aiming for next month, so wish me luck on that. How long did it take you to perfect a wing eyeliner on clients? It took about 1.5 years. Somebody said, do you like girls? If so, how do you like your woman? I kid you not, so many girls hit on me. I'm like, dang, what's up with that? What I'm giving off? So many girls hit on me. But no, I love men. I definitely like men. I've never yeah. Can I cash app you money for the P. Louise base? I don't want to wait for they shipping. Girl, stop playing. How long does a full face take you? This is a good question because I always get this question. A full face, it depends. So a natural beat will take an hour to an hour 15. A full beat will take an hour and a half to 2 hours. Somebody said, what's your least favorite thing about being an MUA? Actually, that's a good question. So I'm a people person, but at the same time, I'm not a people person. So I be on some follow me hoes, but don't follow me. Like the constant texting, the constant DMing, the constant emailing with people, just like constantly asking questions, trying to book an appointment, book appointments that's not available, asking questions that's already been answered. All of that, I just can't stand. Oh, so for my hair, I'm just taking my small tooth comb and combing the curls out. That's how you get like that nice wave little action that's going on. So yeah, back to the questions. I mean, there's a lot. I didn't expect all of these questions. I might have to do this again. Like if you guys want me to do, if y'all like this video, let me know if you want me to do another video like this where I'm answering questions, because there's so many questions. Some questions literally are answered in my videos already. Somebody said the funniest, craziest experience with a client. Oh my god, girl, I gotta do a story time on that, because girl, this bride got foundation on her dress. Girl, I gotta tell y'all about that. I already told the story, but I probably need to tell it again. That was like 2 years ago when I told that story. Let me see what other questions. Somebody said, will I sell my glitters wholesale? It takes a lot of work and a lot of money to start a wholesale business. I don't know. I mean, never say never, but I don't see that in the near future. Somebody else asked me if I'm gonna do a meet and greet. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god, you guys, it's so many freaking questions. I'm definitely gonna have to do this again. But yeah, this is the completed look. I hope you guys like enjoyed this type of video. I'm trying to stay focused. I don't think I can wait. I just need it now. Better swing my way. I just need some love. Tired of fucking with these lame niggas, baby. I just need a love. Girls can't ever say give it to me like you need it, baby. Domination. Watch back, deep stroke, white wine, we smoke, that's my best combination. You just need some. Alright, you guys, so I had to come through with the cell phone footage. This is with my bathroom light on, which is very bright. And then this is when I turn the lights off, how the makeup looks. So, like I said on Instagram, I usually turn my light off to take my picture so you guys can really catch the makeup. But either way, in whatever lighting, your makeup should look good, sis. I just wanted to show you guys a different lighting. I love you guys so much, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.